Hey there, this is Dennis. As mentioned in the blog post, I added a sitemap today to the website, the Wealth Building Freak website. And as I mentioned in the blog, I realized that there were two types of sitemaps, but it wasn't clear to me. Apparently, you can really identify it by the spelling. Now, if it's site space map, two words, it basically means the people using the sitemap as a navigation tool to navigate your website. And sitemap with one word references or is basically meant by the XML file that search bots use, like Google, for example. And it's more of well, it's not machine language, but it's definitely not something that would be consumed by a human. So basically, that's the difference between the two of them. So what I did today was I was more focused. I have an XML file already being created for the search engines, and today I wanted to put on the site a site map for people to use to better navigate the site. And what I'm going to do real quick is just show you what I used, the plugin I used, and how I went about doing it. It's simple, and when you see it, I know most of you can do it, but I thought it'd be interesting to demonstrate. Okay, so let's go in real quick to. I'm in the back end here, and I'm writing the blog post now. Let me save the draft of this. And there's something else I wanted. We'll go visit the plugin author site as well. All right, so let's go to the plugins real quick. And the site's been running a little slow tonight, so let's see how fast it will get us there. I should pause, it's so slow. Okay. Now the plugin I use is called Page List. So for example, and it's spelled out in the blog post, if you do a add new and do a search on Page List. I think I found this by doing a search on sitemaps. But to install it on your WordPress, of course, just go find the plugin, and then you'll see there, and it's got a lot of stars, so it's highly rated. All right, so basically that would be how and then you would activate it, install it, and activate. Now, they don't have any kind of a what's the word I'm looking for? An easy way to configure. You know, where a lot of these plugins have nice configure areas to set them up. Basically what you have to do is know the shortcode. And here's the basic shortcodes. And what you would do is create a page, like a site space map page, and add these shortcodes. And you can test it and play around with it. As a matter of fact, let me go to Pages and kind of show you the layout of the page with the shortcodes that I ended up using. I apologize for the site being so slow. Alright, so let's go to I know you're in here. I've already got a second page working on my pages. Alright, so here it is. So let's edit this and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I created a page, not a post, but a page. Okay, and then of course added an image and just spelled a few things out. But here's what I wanted to show you. was the short codes that they recommend. Okay, and this one is you can go in and now this is this short code right here is how it builds the page. And what you can do is grab the one where you can exclude pages, and I had some pages in there that work with the ads program that's on here, and I didn't need those to show up in the sitemap. So you can go in and select the ID number of the page that you want to eliminate, and that brings me to another thing. I wasn't sure, I couldn't remember how, because I add a textual title to the links. I didn't know where the ID tag was, so to save you some trouble, what you have to do is go back to the pages you want to eliminate. I'll leave this page. I cannot believe how slow this site is today. Come on, it's not that hard. You can do it. Alright. If you hover the mouse over the title and you go down and look at the bottom of the screen, you can see the URL, and that number, for example, if you look now at 10501, that would be the ID, and you would put that in the short code to eliminate that particular file. Okay, it's not complicated, but it took me a little while to find it, and I thought I'd give you a heads up on that. All right, let's go back to the plugins. And let's go visit the plugin site so I can tell you. So I've linked to this in the blog. If you go and you can see the short codes, okay, and that will that will build that page. If you go down here to all page list or all page list parameters, it does a good job of spelling out all that the short codes will do for you. Alright, so let's take a look. I was already on that page. Let's take a look at what the sitemap does. Alright, so you click on the sitemap. Okay. Alright, you can see the image, but here is each page, alright, with a little description underneath, and it does that for you. Okay, and these are the pages. So now it's not doing it for blog posts because they're in the categories, and it's different. That was linked to by, for example, here. So this would show all of my blog posts by clicking here. All right, and then I added the video and the podcast episodes because of its actual categories, but I wanted to make sure it was on the sitemap page. Okay, like I said, not complicated, but it was more fun to actually show you than it was to type it out and show you a bunch of screenshots. If you have any questions, come on over here, click on the WB Freak, and ask your question, and I'll be happy to answer it for you. Okay, till next time, take care.